If ghosts exist, I'm not saying they do or they don't. I don't know. But if they did, this would be the place. Wah!
Hell, dude. Bro, I'm on edge right now.
What is this? Oh man.
You scared that Jesus out of me.
What?
Stop it. One of the most... Stop it. Scaring me, dude. This is too crazy.
You know we're never leaving this place.
We better. We got
Nah.
We got spots. Dude, your glasses fell and it scared the out of me.
Hey everybody, welcome to this spooky edition of the Good Night. Spooky edition of the Good Night podcast. Today we are recording in a cemetery. Wow, you look like. So Gabe, tell the people which cemetery are we in right now? This is
I think we're Montreal Cemetery.
I see a lot of crosses, so it's not the fancy one, if you know what I mean. We're recording from a cemetery. This is exciting.
It's a spooky episode.
Yeah, we're not sure if we're supposed to be here.
It's very quiet. Like,
it's
imagine,
quiet.
Imagine a
cemetery.
We get locked in. Like, they close the front gate, they close the back gate, they close the side gate, all the gates, and we're like, what do we do? And then we just have to spend the whole night at a cemetery. The Bonui boys. Stuck in the cemetery.
There's a camera filming us, and like you could see the McDonald's from far. You're like, we're stuck forever. Here's the thing. I would like to imagine this, but I know you, and I know your anxiety.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want to go there. Would you like to go there in your mind?
Yeah. Why? It's just
because usually I know you freak out and you get stressed and stuff.
Oh, why? Well, what's gonna happen in a cemetery? It's all just quiet. It's gonna be quiet and boring.
We stay in the car. We can't go anywhere.
Oh no!
You don't know, man. October is the month of the dead.
Yeah, devil.
Maybe things will come out.
I know.
And then maybe bad people meet here and they see us like, hey, you're not supposed to see, and we see them do something illegal.
Like homeless people.
Yeah, or homosexuals.
Oh, jeez. That is
and they're like,
sodomy.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, you, stop right there, and then they catch us and they kill us and they sodomize us in that order.
Afterwards, that's not so bad. I don't mind being dead and then the sodomy occurs.
What if I'm dead and they see you see them sodomize me? You okay with that?
It's good. It's like xvideos.com, man.
It's like, man, it's my Tuesday night, bro.
It's my history.
You just saved me, a couple of gigs of data. That's, Are you comfortable? You seem to be hunched.
I'm leaning in because I'm cold. I need warmth.
And you want me to sit next to you? I don't know. It was Valentine's Day. Where should we go for? Valentine's Day. We should go record.
Like what's a good date place?
Yeah, for like two boys, non LGBTQ.
Like we'll go ribs.
Ribs?
Like ribs.
Okay.
Couple of boys.
But I don't eat ribs. I don't eat pork.
Oh, it's pork? I thought it was beef.
I think it's pork. That's a huge rib. Imagine if it's a beef. Like, have you ever seen the trunk of a beef?
The trunk of a beef.
I mix a tree and but the trunk, the
like the
barrel.
Okay, the rib cage.
The rib cage of a cow, but it's not a cow. It's a male cow. What's it called?
Steer.
A steer, or the rib of a steer.
Yeah.
I think bull keeps his testicles.
Yeah, and the steer is like
I'm a bull. You're a steer. Like,
and you're
meow,
and I'm like
meow meow. I'm scared of the dark.
Well, it's not true. I watch tons of horror movies. Those are scary movies, know, and I love them.
But what if you eat before you watch them, and then you can't sleep, and then what is it again that causes you anxiety? Let's not bring it up. I don't want you to have anxiety.
What causes eating before bed keeps me up. It just keeps me up, and then I'm in a stupor. I'm like in a delirium, and I wake up, and my body's like rocking and a rolling and a rocking and a rolling, and I'm like rocking and a rolling, and then I get up, and I'm like rocking and. Last night I watched for the first time actually ever because this is the cemetery. The movie takes place partly in a cemetery. Probably the best horror movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Best horror movie.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's from 1974.
Yeah.
It's called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
It is so.
I heard about that.
I thought it was gonna be, like you see an old scary movie.
Well, these black people don't belong in the bus. The horror. They go sit in front of the bus.
It's horror like
That's the
now
horror.
to like white women. Oh no! How dare they? That was just like every other movie back then. It was John Wayne getting black people off the bus. Get off the bus, there, pilgrim. Dude, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was like.
What's the story? What's the synopsis?
Okay, the synopsis is like 4 or 5 like kind of young kids. They go to one of their parents' old house that in the middle of like whole Texas. It's hot. It's like everything's like orange and it's hot and it's like the 70s. So there's no like technology. It's barely cars on the road, man. And they find like this house, like, oh, this house is right next to like my dad's old house, and it has generators, and you're like, what's going on? And the guy just walks in being like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, we need some gas for our car. And this dude, I guess his name is Leatherface because he has like just a thing over his face. And it's all an allegory for slaughterhouses and like killing animals because he treats those people as if they're just animals. And it's not a gory movie. It's like just so real and creepy. Like he just smashes him in the head once and he just passes out. Like he crumples down like as if you get hit in the head. And it's considered grindhouse horror, which is like you go to a drive-in cinema.
Okay, and then you make out with your girlfriend?
Yeah, and then it's like this. There's like violence and like titties, and it's like super like gross.
Violent titties are my favorite type of titties.
Yeah. What was different to like these other movies? Let's say I think like Halloween came out in 1979.
That's with Jason.
Michael Myers.
Oh, Sullen. Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
What's the deal with airplanes? Ooh, brothers. Ooh. It's funny because I'm in the cemetery. I feel like I can't talk loudly. I have to talk like this.
It's okay.
It's like my morning radio voice.
We'll think more.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Yeah.
Well, morning radio's like,
sure, you're right.
everybody jerk off in June in the morning.
Smooth jazz radio.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, listen to Mike.
You ever accidentally put the radio to like CBC Music or CBC Radio? And it's like, this hip-hop artist came out of Kanawake, and their childhood was horrible because he didn't have a leg and the other leg went trans. And
here's the song.
Res and it's just like bad because it's Canadian.
It sucks, man. It sucks. I was reading an article today about like there's a Canadian comic. He's like, yeah, if you want to make it in Canada, you have to leave Canada. I'm like, man, damn it.
Well, yeah, I guess that's if you rely on like the Canadian, because even in America, like it's not like there's tons of people trying to help you in America.
No, but there's so many clubs.
Exactly. You know what it is? It's a population problem. That's all it is. Yeah. There's like 20 million people in Canada, and there's way more.
No, there's not 20. Is it 20?
25, I think.
I think it's less. No.
No, I think it's 25. Yeah, because I remember.
Or 30. Oh, I think it's 30.
Yeah.
There's 3 billion Chinese, right?
Yeah, and so half of them came here, and so you're gonna have to.
Hey now, pow.
That's the true horror of this situation.
Just a lot of Asians.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it.
Small and fat asses. The fear.
But dude, imagine getting. So one of the most horrifying parts of this movie, was like. This woman goes to ask for help from like some nearby like place, and they're all like in on it, which like you're like, oh, looking back, that's like such a common trope in movies where like you ask for help and that person is also evil. But this is the first time that ever happened, and they perfected it, and they did it so scary. Like he put her like in a bag, and he put the lady like in the front seat, and he was like driving to like get murdered, and the whole time he's just like slightly torturing her, not like stabbing her. He's like, he has like a little broom and he's like poking her. He's like, yeah. And this is like a 10-minute scene where he's driving, just slightly poking her, and you hear her muffled screams. He's like, he's just like, and he's like, hillbilly,
scared now.
Dude, and he's like pushing her. He's like, come on, and he's like, she's screaming, and the whole time he's like, I don't like hurting people. I don't like. And he's like, and then he stopped and he's like, like just pushing her.
It must be fun to be a psychopath and just kill people.
That's
what I've been thinking about lately, because it's Like, must be fun because I see it in your eyes, the excitement of playing that role.
Yeah.
It must be so fun to play. It must be.
Dude.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh God.
I think you should make more horror things because you don't have an outlet for violence.
No.
You're not. You're like you keep everything kept inside. You deep in. You don't share. Whenever you watch horror movies and you get hard watching a guy stab a woman.
Dude.
Maybe you should make a movie where there's a woman in the car and her name is Blair. There's someone coming?
Oh no, it's just a jogger.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there's someone you scared me.
I know, me too.
I just heard steps behind me. And they're very slow. I'm like, is that a zombie?
No.
Is he put us in a... I don't have my glasses. It's always weird. Oh, it's a woman. I'm not scared.
Dude, and like this, like the woman in the movie, like a lot of the movies, them like running.
Yeah.
And you think like you see Jason or like Michael Myers, they're like lumbering. Yeah. This guy, he's a giant man. He's like 7 feet tall. He's kind of overweight, but he's like an athlete. Yeah. He's like sprinting with a chainsaw the whole movie. And I'm like, this is too real. Like this, it doesn't seem like a supernatural figure. It just seems like a giant lunatic.
But he's not supernatural. He's just a crazy
He's just a
killer.
crazy psychopathic. He's supposed to have like Down syndrome or something, but you don't see his face. But apparently, like if you like in the lore, he has like mental issues and oh my God.
He has anxiety.
He has anxiety.
Takes
it out.
Hashtag mental health awareness. Belle, let's talk.
Dude, I love horror. I
think you should incorporate. You're like the Joe DeRosa of the Montreal comedy scene. If you love horror, Joe DeRosa apparently he's a huge horror movie.
Okay, I thought you meant like likes trans getting jerked off by trans.
Yeah, but I don't talk about your personal life on this podcast, Gabe. We talked about this. You told me you don't want to share it.
No, that's illegal.
Huge
huge trans
trying to win tour like suck your dick.
I heard something really interesting from like some director talking about like horror film directors. Yeah. Like a lot of big directors now, or like even like during the 2000s, they got their start making horror films because it was a good way to showcase your talents. Because they're so creative, right? Like you can make, let's say like Friday the 13th, the Freddy movies, they're so like creative. It's like it's almost like giving an artist like a huge canvas to paint. You can make anything. Okay, your dreams, a world filled with cars, or like a monster thing. And
so let's create a story here. Let
me just finish this out. Sorry. Like like for example, Sam Raimi. One of his first movies. Oh, okay. The reason they also do it is because horror movies could be made for super cheap, and then they always turn a profit.
Really?
No matter what, they turn a profit because people want to go see horror films, right? Like for example, Sam Raimi made Evil Dead, and he went on to make Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movies, or Peter Jackson made Lord of the Rings. His first movie was a horror film. His first 5 movies were horror films, and they're all splatter, and you could see like thank you for indulging me.
Dude, this is I love hearing people passionate about stuff.
I just love
especially with the lights now. You look so scary right now.
Really?
You look insane. Like because Gabe had the idea to go to a cemetery, and now I'm in a cemetery. I don't have my phone. I have nothing. I don't even have my glasses. If you decide to murder me right now,
no, I'm not.
This would be if you're like, I need to study. I need a character study. Yeah. I'm gonna murder my friends and see how I feel, so that I can reenact it.
And I'll do like a Bill Burr style podcast after, just one man guy. So murder my friend.
No. You just keep my dead corpse.
Oh, gross! It's just rotting.
And you're like, hey, Amer, and then you do it, and my arm falls, and I'm like. And Claire's like, what's that smell? Just keep me in your office.
Yeah, and I'm like, and there's worms coming out, and I'm like, eating the worms.
And like you start seeing holes appear, and like, and everyone's going, is Gabe Amer? Just holes.
Just like a head hole with, and like just mushrooms growing out of it because it's fungus. Ugh. That's nasty.
I don't know what type of horror that is. But it must be a type of horror.
Remember Saw or Hostel?
Like having sex with an older woman? Oh. Horror.
Have you ever had a paranormal or spooky, like the high strangeness experience?
When I was young, I think I told you this before. When I was young, my mom used to tell me that I used to speak to the devil.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And then suddenly you stopped?
I know only one like story that she told me. She's like, yeah, you used to sit in the living room and used to go like, oh yeah, the devil's here. And, like,
oh
used to
my
point to the corner
God.
of the house, like, oh yeah, look, he's walking.
See,
I call it
that's
the devil, but I guess maybe it was a demon or an angel. I don't know. It was just a creature that I would call the devil or the jinn. Remember?
oh, dude, that was one of the scariest stories I've ever heard. Like the jinn. That was like episode 4.
Yeah.
All the way back then. That was one of the scariest episodes ever. We were just telling ghost stories for an hour. Holy crap.
There's a lot of horror and comedy. They're kind of related because it's like setup, surprise, punchline.
Yeah.
You know, if there's no surprise, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you need a surprise.
Uh-huh.
I saw a really spooky show.
Mhm.
For complete. Oh yeah, forgot the name. The downfall of the house of something.
Oh, I saw that on Netflix. I didn't get to watch it. Is it good?
It's based on like Edgar Allan Poe's story.
Okay, that's cool.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
I like
it's
it,
a bit
girl.
long.
Yeah.
It's very
Is it
2023 woke. Like the guy has 4 kids, 2 of them are gay. I'm like, that's statistically,
yeah, that's a lot.
it's rare.
No,
you know, like I get it. You know, I get it. And also he has like a white daughter and a black daughter because he has like he slept with multiple women. So I think they created the character. All right, we need to have
That's a lot.
one white guy, one black girl, blah blah blah.
Like,
so,
how did they make the Addams Family? Aren't they all white? That's illegal.
Yeah, I think, but since it's an old story.
Oh.
I think no, but no, the father is not
I was
white.
thinking
The
that too.
father
No,
is,
he's Luis Guzman, isn't he? That's the guy.
Louis Gomez. Louis J. Gomez.
Luis J. Gomez.
Yeah, he's Latino.
Yeah, he's Latino.
Latinx.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with people not being white anymore.
I haven't had.
I don't exist anymore. I'm sorry.
No, you exist. You're hairy.
I gotta go.
You gotta make horror movie.
Yeah.
That's it. Dude, I'm a bald man. That's it. There's no. There's nothing. I could just be Uncle Creepy. What's it? Uncle what?
Uncle Fester?
Uncle Fester. That says I need to gain 45 pounds and become Uncle Fester. This is
Uncle Fester.
that would be a good Halloween costume.
That would be funny.
Yeah,
Uncle
Fester. I just shave my beard though. I don't want to shave my beard.
No, I hate that. Uncle Fester was creepy.
Yeah, I enjoy the creepiness. It's fun to be creepy.
Yeah.
I find, you know.
Yeah, no, creepy
with
is
the right
fun.
people.
I like.
Hello.
I know being creepy is fun.
Hello, Clarice.
But that's one of the best movies ever.
Apparently, his wife divorced him after she saw the movie.
What?
That's the rumor. Maybe it was just a rumor to get the movie to sell.
Imagine that's like a selling point, like part of the marketing.
It's not Anthony Quinn. What's the name of the actor?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
So Anthony Hopkins apparently was married to an actress.
Okay.
And when she saw that movie, she's like, I can't look at you the same.
But he wasn't. He was disgusting and creepy, but he wasn't like he wasn't like completely transformed.
Yeah, but it was just scary.
He must be so different from that character then.
In real life?
In real life.
Yeah,
or,
probably. But,
so he's like, hi, everybody,
like,
how's it going?
Oh, my God, he has access to that, and maybe she was not. Again, maybe it was just shoot. Now that I think about it, 100% it was used to sell the movie.
But what a weird way to sell, like, what is that in the newspaper? Anthony Hopkins' divorce led to $200 million box office return. Or whatever.
I think she's a famous actress as well. I think she's that actress that everyone loves now. She's older.
Meryl Streep?
Yeah, I think he was married to Meryl Streep, and I think Meryl Streep left him. Again, this is so... If people who listen to this podcast looking for facts, get out this is not the right podcast.
Go use a fax.
So, listen to this.
Yeah.
Should we speak only spooky things, or can we speak normal things?
No, we'll go in and out.
Okay. So, I had fun last week. I did. So, it was my birthday, as you remember. Yeah. So, Guillaume took me to see a show. So fun.
Oh, yeah.
A live music show. I went to see Chromeo. You didn't want to go because... You know, you're like, I don't want to hang out with Amer unless it's content.
Well, I don't want to dance. I didn't feel like dancing that night.
It's funny. So we get there. So Chromeo is a band from Montreal. They've been performing. They've been doing shows, I think, for like...
Yeah, they've been on forever.
They've been there forever. So their audiences have grown with them. So they have young people, but they also people have, you know... Because I was sitting in the crowd and I could see people with white hair or like... I'm like, oh, okay, bald people. A lot of people that look like me. I'm like, oh, their clientele has grown.
Yeah.
And Guillaume's girlfriend...
Okay.
She asked me. I asked her a question, and she answered. And I asked him, if you had to choose between being at their level, at Chromeo's level,
okay,
famous rock star like them, or a famous comedian, what would you choose?
Famous rock star or famous comedian?
Yeah, like at their level. Like you can fill up the MTEL.
I mean, I guess comedian.
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't know how to be a rock star.
No, but let's say you have the exact same talent and you're exactly as good as.
No, because like you have to split it 4 ways: the drummer, and the keyboardist, and the
I said comedian
the
as well.
pastel maker and all the whatever.
Yeah.
The neon light guy. I don't want to pay everybody.
I think comedian is better, especially once you're hit 40. You don't be because you're 40.
Yeah.
You know, I don't because I was looking at the crowd. You know, they had a DJ at the beginning, and then they have an opening band. And the opening band was like, and I was watching it from the eye of a performer now, because, you know, I'm a performer myself. And I'm like, this guy's doing too much crowd work. I'm like, dude,
Oh,
you're
he's
middling.
talking?
Yeah, he was talking like, hey guys, like he was trying to get the energy up in the room, but he was not good
Yeah,
at it.
they're just waiting for Chromio.
I know exactly,
Yeah,
but you can still get the energy at the good level.
Yeah.
He's like, and I was like, just doing play your songs, play the fun ones.
Maybe it was just like 2 songs.
And he's reading like slam poetry. I'm like,
horrible.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
He had a couple of good songs, but there was, I think I could teach him one thing or two about performing.
There is a few older guys that make me like, oh man, I would 100% do that. Like when I saw the Flaming Lips, the singer, I didn't realize how old he was. He's like 60 something years old now.
Yeah.
And he's like, has the spirit of a young guy, playful, and he goes in a plastic ball and he rolls around and he makes everyone feel young again. Because he's old as and everyone in the audience is old, but he makes everybody feel really young again, you know? And he's very like, he's not like rocking out like crazy. He's doing like, he's rocking out in his old knee guy way while trying to make it still fun for everybody. Yeah. And he dresses in and I was watching an interview with,
what was that?
Yeah, what was that?
It's a ghost of a squirrel. Imagine right now, like, you know, we have the lights on us. We can't really see what's behind the lights.
I know.
And then we go closer to turn off the lights.
I'm telling you, this is fucking hell, dude. This is exactly like.
Gotcha. This is for the. This is for
1 year ago.
when you scared me. My revenge.
Dude, this is actually
eerie.
Very eerie.
Eerie.
Oh my god.
Spooky.
This is. I saw an interview with Keith Richards on Howard Stern. I saw like a clip, and I think. Bro, I'm on edge right now. This is so scary. I'm like seeing faces and like things.
100% we're surrounded by ghosts. If ghosts exist, I'm not saying they do or they don't. I don't know. But if they did, this would be the place. TheBunawipodcast.com, everybody. Subscribe. We don't discriminate.
Okay, hold on. Let me get my iPhone.
What is my iPhone 3?
Oh man, it did die a long time ago. Steve Jobs is
even my car looks scary right now. Look at it. Look, it has eyes.
Ooh.
And it's like we're too close to it. We're not supposed to be that close to a car, you know.
No, what if it starts driving on its own, like in the Stephen King movie?
Yes, the lights go.
I'm going to.
Imagine the ghost doesn't drive stick shift.
Yeah.
He keeps and then he starts like swearing, but old timey swears.
Yeah,
like, oh Jiminy.
Yeah, dog nammit.
Just leaves the car. The car starts loading back.
Pulls out his little gun and he puts little pellets in it.
I'll kill them the old-fashioned way.
Dude.
I think it's better to be an old comedian because I was looking at the crowd, and at a certain point, everyone got tired, and you can see all the crowd because they're trying so hard to get the energy up. It's a Thursday.
Yeah.
It's a Thursday. I'm like, man, you see, as a comedian, all I want is laughter.
Yeah, laugh.
So if you can get that's it. That's why comedian would be best because you get to be old.
Yeah.
As a rock star, you don't really get to be old that much if you want to stay cool.
But I did see, like I was saying, like I saw Keith Richards. Yeah. He looks so old.
He looks 105.
He looks so gross.
He looks like he's here. Hey guys, man.
But he's like now became like, you know how he thought he was like cool when he was young, and obviously he was super cool. But now he's like has the wisdom and he's cool.
Yeah.
And he now and what makes him cool now is that he doesn't even think he's cool. He's just like the whole time he's like depressed. And I'm like, you're cool now, bro. Like you're just depressed playing sick ass guitar.
Is he depressed? Because he looks very happy.
Yeah, but you know when you're reflecting your life, you're like, I did this, I did that, I did this, and this. You're like, and then like Howard Stern's like, oh, the song Angie.
Yeah.
Angie. He's like, oh, it's about my daughter. He's like, oh, cool. Yeah. I wrote that song in rehab actually, and the imagine that in rehab in 1973, writing a song, going spinning, seeing ghosts, freaking out.
I still love you, baby.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Everywhere I look, I see your eyes. Imagine you must have felt that.
Yeah,
you really must have felt everywhere. I imagine everywhere you look, you see your daughter's eyes. Yeah. Just imagine, and you're like, oh, this is horrible and scary. I'm gonna write a lyric. I'm gonna write a lyric with it. There's a lot of creepy sounds. You hear them, right?
Well, this is like. Going camping is like this. You're like, what's that?
Yeah, but surrounded by... There's literally 3-4 feet underneath us, thousands of dead bodies. If you think about it. Yeah. Everywhere around us right now, there's thousands of dead bodies. Maybe they died like yesterday, or they died 200 years
or
ago.
like maybe under, because on the top is all the white bodies and under that's all the native bodies.
Yeah, exactly. So there's
What's this? Some guy's coming.
Some guy? What does he look like? Does he walk?
Just a guy.
He's just a guy? Is he floating?
No, but
He's looking at us?
no, he's not.
He's not? Is he jogging?
No, he's just walking.
Is he going?
Yeah, you know.
Anyways.
This is actually really nice. We should go like deep into the woods next time, and then like just put on a camera and see what happens.
What happens? The Gay Witch Project?
The gay.
Oh, no. Just showing us making out.
Remember that marketing where it's like,
Yeah.
this happened in real life, and you're like, I gotta watch these kids actually die in a movie theater. Imagine that, like you think it's actually real, and then you're like, dude, we gotta see this movie.
It was
man.
really promoted as.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw it.
It's pretty spooky.
Spooky?
Well, now that you know it's not real, like
Yeah.
I saw when I was a kid, I was like, like it's crying, you know, like. Because the scariest part of the movie is like they're in their tent and it'll just feel it's
They're
just
outside in a tent.
yeah,
Oh,
the camping in the woods.
That's scary. Oh my God, there's no way, no way. As I told you, and I don't know if people saw this, but I was doing a show on Friday, and I was the audience, and I'm talking to a guy. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I know you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, where you know me from?" He's like, "I went to your school," and it turns out he went to my school in Lebanon 30 years ago. He immigrated to Canada like 22 years ago. He was at a party. He met. I know there's weird sounds. He met my sister, and apparently they spoke, and she told him I'm a comedian, and then he forgot it, and I forgot, and then he came to the show, and we talked.
And he's like, wait, oh, Amer.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Like, oh my God, Amer, that's the guy. And anyway, so I talked to him after the show, and it was so interesting because I'm like, oh my God, how are you? I'm like, I'm good, da da da. I'm like, do you still keep in touch with some people from our primary school? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, dude, how's... That's the girl I had a crush on when I was a child.
Okay.
I'm like, how's Nadine Zaidan, dude? I had such a crazy crush on her. He's like, dude, everybody did back then. Apparently, I didn't know that. Apparently, she was the cutie of the school. Everyone had a crush on her. And he's like, yeah, man, she's 40. She's still adorable. She's still hot. Wow. So I'm like, oh, you know what? Now I know, like, her she's friends with him. So I look at her up, and it's crazy. And she looks exactly like she did when she was 11. And I was like, oh, I don't find her hot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not a...
Wait, but she's 40.
Yeah, but she looks
like 11?
She looks exactly the same as she did in my mind. So I'm like, oh, I'm not... Because she didn't become like big and an ass.
Okay.
Because back then, I liked her without penis.
Yeah.
There was no
like
penis.
The heart. Yeah.
It was just like, oh, yeah. Like, I don't know if it's desire. It was just like, back then, my attraction towards a woman was not involved with my penis. Okay. But now, I can't just have like, oh, I like her. No, that's a friend. Yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'm not a... That's good. It's good. It was good. It was good reassurance. Oh, I don't want to... Dude, I don't want to fuck a child. That's good.
She'd be like...
She looks exactly the same.
Wow.
Exactly. She's cute.
Yeah.
She's married. She has like 4 kids or whatever. But she looks exactly the same. I'm like, oh, I'm not attracted to that at all. At all. She's older. It kind of like... Because she was always like, oh my God, for years. My mom used to tell me, like, we would sit down to do my homework and I'd be like, Mom, do you think Nadine and I will get married one day? And she's like, do your math. Study. Bombs are falling. Study. Do your homework. It's crazy. But it was insane to meet. I don't remember him at all, by the way. At all. He's like, of course I remember you. You were the only blonde child in school.
Weird.
Like, yeah, Ukrainian DJ. That's where it comes from. Funny. It's insane to have met this guy. Blew my mind. I'm like, whoa, he exists.
And did you have any other friends in like your primary school?
Yeah, but of course we don't. I mean, it's been 30 years.
It's been 30 years, yeah.
Am I gonna keep in touch?
Like I always remember kids from my like elementary school, and I'm like what happened to those people? Like one guy was the coolest kid in the school because he ran the fastest.
Yeah.
And he ran super fast, so everybody thought he was hot. Like all the girls thought he was hot. And then or he was really good at math. Like I'd be like, what's 100 plus 100? He's like 200. I was like, how the f-? And that's how small our brains were back then. Like, how did you do that? That's such a big number, right? Like the things and these people.
I have a feeling you're still impressed by that. Like, whoa! No, what's a million?
Yeah, that's what we would do. We would all be like, no way.
That's it.
Yeah, these kids, they exist somewhere. They're older now.
I remember a couple of years ago, I get a message, like a DM from Instagram, and I open it, and it's like, "Hi, my name is Ching Chong, whatever." He's like, you don't remember me, but we went to primary school here in Canada. So when I came to Canada, I did like 2 years of primary school. And he's like, dude, I've been looking for you. We were best friends.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, looking for me?
Okay.
I'm like, hey, man. He's like, so funny. He's like, it's so funny to see you as a comedian because you were like a very smart kid as a child. I'm like, is that an insult or a compliment? I'm following my dream. Like, should I explain to him? I have a master's in aerospace. I'm like, all right, yeah, good talking to you.
And then you didn't meet up or anything, or
no, what meet up?
Best
I'm not gonna
friends?
meet up with him.
Man friend.
No.
What was he up to?
I don't know. He's just every 40-year-old man looks the same. That's what happened. Once you hit 40, you're like, he's balding or bald. You know, little belly.
My mom, when I was really young, I used to live in Ville Saint Laurent for like a couple of years before like my dad got enlisted in the army. And we had this neighbor that had like 2 kids, and we were friends with them. And then I think they moved to like El Salvador, and then now they live in Ottawa. Like, but we lost touch forever. And then my mom on Facebook got in touch with her, and then the kid like messaged me, like we were like, imagine like babies, like baby friends, and be like, there's not even a reason to message. Like, I know, like we're babies, we're like 1 year old together, you know. It's weird. He's like, oh man, I always like the same. I always wanted to speak to you again, man. We were friends. So I was like, I don't like what the. It's almost there's no memory there.
There's no memory.
It's nothing.
I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna like. All right, let me bring back a friend into my life.
Yeah.
That I spent no. So I used to call him le petit chinois, the small Chinese, because he was Chinese.
Oh, okay.
I never saw a Chinese guy in my life.
Oh.
All of a sudden, I'm surrounded by Chinese and
you're
Indians
like,
and blacks. I'm like, whoa, this is so cool. We became friends and stuff. It's getting old, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. Hate going.
You ever used a Ouija board?
Did I ever use the? It doesn't work anymore. That's it. I killed it.
You wore off. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, you sound like you said the N-word.
No, I did not. That would be scary. Another strike on Facebook, on YouTube.
You know that YouTube sent me a message. I just saw like an hour ago. It said, if you want to lose your warning, you know, we had a strike, and before we had a warning, you have to take sensitivity training. It's like a short hour. I'm like, okay, I'll take it, whatever. But what the hell?
So they won't remove the strike. They just remove the warning.
No, they remove the strike. But if you want to remove the warning, so you have no warning, no strike, you have to take sensitivity training.
Yeah, take the sensitivity training. I'm not taking anything. What is this? Oh man,
you scared that Jesus out of me. Okay, so I used the Ouija board.
You did?
Yeah.
When?
Long time. I was thinking that we should have done it for like an episode or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
Put some candles.
Oh, dude,
a little bottle of white.
I'm too scared.
A little Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
Hey. Oh my God. Fuckme. Oh my God. This Ouija board. It's not like this.
Oh yeah, you're like
you got a finger.
Morning. Yeah. So I was with my I was with a bunch of my friends and my stepbrother.
Your stepbrother.
And my stepbrother, really at the time, really nice guy.
How old are we talking?
Like 15 or 16 or something like that. We went to La Ronde.
Prime stupid age.
Really stupid. Yeah, we went to La Ronde that day. We came back and we were going to Park X. We're having a nice time. Then my friends were like playing basketball. We're like, hey, what do you guys do? Oh, we're going to Paul's place. We're gonna like just hang out, play some games. Like, oh, okay, cool. So I invite my stepbrother, and they have a Ouija board.
Ooh.
And they're like, do you want to try it? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we all put our hands on it, including my stepbrother. And so backstory, my stepbrother's dad. Gay dad. No. My stepbrother's dad killed himself. Yeah, really.
Oh, God. Oh, you should not use a Ouija board with a guy whose father died.
Nobody knew this.
Oh, God.
And so my stepbrother at the time.
You guys are so dumb.
Was like we were asking, questions, and then my stepbrother asked he was like all serious. He's like, I want to speak to my dad. Oh, God. It's really spooky, right? Really, really spooky.
Oh, my God, the poor kid.
And so I wasn't touching it. My hands were on it, but I wasn't doing anything. And so he would be like, Dad, are you here? And it would go to H-I. And my stepbrother was like, like freaking out, you know. And then he's like, "Are you okay?" And he wrote N O.
Oh damn.
And he's like, "What's the matter? What's going on?" And he wrote, it would go to SAD. And he's like, "Why? What's going on? Like, how come?" And then it went to MOM, which is weird because the dad and the mom got a divorce. So, and I'm thinking, like, what the hell is going on? Like, who, like, my friends don't know my stepbrother at all, by the way. They don't know him. I'm going to make sure. No, there's something there. What's that? Is that something outside?
I'm not looking. I'm not falling for that trap.
This is terrifying.
Imagine if I really committed to the bit and they flipped my chair down.
No, don't. There's light behind you. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever. Dude. Anyway, okay, there's not... Okay, whatever. Wait. You're going to see some lights. Maybe it was far away.
I'm afraid to turn now, and your face is just a
don't worry.
Scary little... It's just...
No. There, look. What is that?
Oh, it's a jogger.
What is he doing?
Scaring us?
It's not just a jogger.
I don't know.
Anyway, maybe stretching.
So anyway, so sad mom.
Sad mom because they got divorced. Yeah. But like I said, my friends don't know anything about my stepbrother, right? Okay. And so I'm like, is my stepbrother doing this? Is the guy just guessing? Yeah. And so then he's like, "Where are you right now?" Or like,
what are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Thong. THO. No, red. And so he's like, "Where are you right now? Like, are you in a good place?" And it went to HELL. And it's like, dude, he killed himself. Like, if there's God, that means you're in hell.
Here's my question. Clearly, this guy was an absentee father. All right, he got divorced. He never saw his son. Do you think if your father was never there, like let's say your father was never there in your life, you think when he dies he's gonna come because you have a Ouija board? An absentee father equals absentee ghost father. Well, he's not gonna come hang out with you after once he's dead.
Well, the thing is about being a bad dad is like you don't see your children because you're lazy. Or
you think he's not gonna be a lazy ghost?
Well, they might if you do this, they summon you, right?
Oh yeah. Dude, the court summoned your dad a couple of times. He didn't show up. You think you're going?
But they're not doing much. I mean, he's not playing ping pong with Gandhi or whatever.
Oh, you think he was playing? A son just wants his father to be there. He wasn't even there in real life. You think he's gonna come in the afterlife? There's demons and Hitler and Gandhi and there's like Marilyn Monroe and all the horrors. Like you think he's gonna? Listen, maybe hell you're getting fucked by a demon, but also you're getting fucked by a demon next to like Marilyn Monroe and all the bad people and all the cool hot people.
There's a car coming.
Uh-oh.
It's passing by us.
Okay.
Dude, this is terrifying. Anyway, so my stepbrother starts crying, freaking out, really upset, and he runs out. I have to go chase him. He's like, my dad's in hell. And I'm like, nah, he's cool. He's fine, man. He's okay. And then nobody says anything forever. Like, I asked him, like, did you guys do this? Did you guys make, like, years. And then years pass by, and I asked my buddy Raj, and he's like, oh, yeah, I did it. I was like, what the I'm like, dude, are you a piece of shit or what?
Yeah, he was 15, but everyone's a piece of shit at 15. Oh, that's hilarious. You wild mongoose, mangeese, whatever the hell it is.
Terrible.
Oh, my God.
But that was one of the most scary. I was like, oh, my God, paralyzed with fear. I was like, this is...
If I have access to the like afterlife, I wouldn't ask, like, hey, how do you feel? I'd be like, what's the lotto numbers?
Well, they don't know the future.
Are there numbers on the Ouija board? Because I don't... Not the future. Why not? If the afterlife exists, can they bend space and time to know what's coming? What's the next 649? Well, I don't care what. Listen, if my dad was not very present in my life, okay, he just worked hard and make sure there's food on the door. But he didn't raise us. So, dude, you want to do a good thing? Go cheat a bit, like go cheat. Your dad, you sold drugs, you killed people. Oh, go cheat the law. Go see what's the next 649 and tell me the code. We buy better cameras. Yeah. We buy a lot here. We buy a lot here so we can, die. Your body can be next to mine. Imagine how awesome that would be. Dude, these chairs on top.
It would be photos of like our cartoon bodies on the tombstone.
Exactly. That would be amazing. Imagine that would. Come on, give me the 649 lotto numbers.
This is a nightmare. This is so scary.
You want to stop?
No. That's fine.
Okay.
No, we're good.
I don't think you should be scared. I think everything's.
Guys, if you're not listening to this, if you're just listening to this episode, you're missing out. Because this is
Gabe has a boner.
one of the most This is the whole episode is me just looking back and forth, scared, trying to tell.
Even our shadows. Look at the shadows, man. They're so scary. Just,
oh, dude! Happy ending. Dude. Once I thought I saw a ghost, like in my, it was like in my dad's house, but I think I was just like tired. I opened the door and I saw like a little girl, and I was like,
"Are you serious?"
Yeah.
You saw that's a
but
ghost.
It was like a second,
Yeah,
you know.
of
But it
course.
could be like, you know how you close
You're
the
like,
light. You know when you're in a bathroom,
Yes.
it's really dark your house,
Yeah.
but the lights are on. Then you close the lights, and then like your eyes are still kind of fuzzy.
Yeah.
You still see like imprints of light. I don't
And
know
you
if
saw
it
a
was
little
that.
girl. Was it Nadine? Was it?
Oh, your cutie?
My cutie.
She's like, help me, set me up with Amer. No, he's not.
I'm sorry. I'm not
Not interested. But yeah, no, I saw it and I was like, and I slept like upstairs. I was all scared and stuff. And
I think you enjoy feeling these things because the second I feel anything that is not like productive, I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like if a ghost shows up, he's like, ooga booga booga booga. I'm like, can I write a joke with this? Can I make a post? No, get out. I don't have time for you, bro.
yeah.
You barely have time for people who are alive. You think I'm gonna bother with dead people?
No, I do love being. I guess I'm as I'm getting older, I'm becoming more and more introspective. You know, I love just thinking about and feeling. Dude, that almost got me. But stop it! You're gonna wake the dead. Oh, jeez, I shouldn't have said that. That's.
Oh, is that the moon?
Yeah. Is that cool?
Whoa.
How did you hear the moon? What are you talking?
I hear the moon. I told you the moon is my best friend.
Ah.
I have a very good relationship with the moon.
Yeah.
Because I never see the sun.
Yeah.
So I spend time with the moon. Hey, is this good content? Me tying my shoes
Yeah, do it
on the podcast?
I can hold the mic if you want.
Yeah, hold the mic. Yeah, hold the mic. Anyway, so yeah, the moon is my best friend. When I was very depressed, and I would just go leave my house to go do shows and the grind, and I felt all alone. I would always look up the moon and go, "Oh, hello, moon.
Hey, moon.
You're so beautiful. It's my favorite thing in the sky." Like people say, "Oh, the sun, vitamin D." Yeah, but you can't look at the sun. It can kill you. It can give you cancer. The moon is just like, hey. And you know what's nice? I think I told you that before. When I was in Israel and I was traveling, I was all alone. You know, I was a bit scared and I was walking. I'm like, my God, I'm a foreign man in a foreign land. I don't speak the language. I don't know anyone. This is very scary. And I remember I looked at the moon, and it gave me comfort because it's the same moon. It's the same face that the moon turns. Like you always see the same bright light of the moon. So I'm like, I'm on Earth. Like it's not. I'm still. My friend is here. Everything's gonna be fine. The moon has not exploded or whatever.
No.
So it gave me comfort. It gave me
Moon's
reassurance.
still around, man. Moon's alive.
The world is beautiful.
I like the moon. I like the moon. If you go like, let's say if you travel to like further down, I think towards the equator, where are you closest to the moon? Because some places the moon is huge. Some places the moon is like we usually have kind of a small moon, and every once in a while the moon is like giant. Dude, fucking things are scary. You know when like
You're crying. It's funny. I can see tears in your face.
I'm not crying. It's the wind.
Yeah, it's the wind.
Fucking hell, don't do this to me. But
I do. Sorry.
That's really good. How come sometimes the moon is really small? Oh, dude.
I'm a ghost who smoked a lot.
He's gonna die again.
You make good the scary sounds? Listen, like uncle.
Oh, I can do werewolf. I'm turning into.
That's good. Do it again.
Amer, what's happening to? I keep on getting tons of like boogers in my mouth. It's so gross.
Don't smoke. I like vampires. Let me see if I can do a vampire. Well, vampire, it's you have to have two things. I think.
Come hither.
You have to scare and also the desire to bite. You know, you're not just scared. You just want.
Yeah. Whoa. This is nightmares. Dude. One thing. Stop it. God. Oh my God.
Dude, I was kind of feeling it. I was like, should I
crazy.
bite him? This was because I like to bite, and I'm like,
one thing you should know about me, you probably do know, I'm incredibly jumpy. So this is scary, dude. No.
This is a vampire who hasn't eaten in a long time. He's hangry.
Why didn't you put? I know. Oh, jeez. Oh my God. So you say, okay, there's monsters, right? Vampires are number one.
Number one.
Who's number two?
Probably.
Werewolves are good.
Yeah.
There's not really number three. Zombies good, yeah.
Demons. The devil.
The devil. Oh, dude.
The devil. No.
Maybe the devil to me.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, scary. Pazuzu.
Italians.
Yeah.
Pazuzu?
Pazuzu.
What's Pazuzu?
It's the demon from The Exorcist.
Oh, his name is Pazuzu. Is this how he speaks?
Well, in the other Exorcist, dude. I finished listening to The Exorcist. Probably one of the most terrifying things I've ever consumed in my entire life because it felt so real. I'm like, this is like, I felt like the way the words were flowing. I was like doing my dishes. I felt like fingertips on the back of my head, and I was like, Jesus Christ! And I was by myself in the dark, freaking me out. One of the most. Stop it! Scaring me, dude. This is too crazy. Holy shit!
You know we're never leaving this place.
We better. We gotta.
Nah.
We got spots.
No. Gas, electric. No, it's not an electric vehicle. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Dude, you're out of control, man.
I had half a liter of ginger ale, everybody.
That was.
And I'm like way too. I'm like a Dracula who just had a lot of.
Let me open this. I want some soda. But one of the most terrifying things about The Exorcist, if you don't mind me talking about it for like a couple of minutes.
Go ahead, man. I never censor you.
So, what do you remember from the Exorcist movie? It was like a girl that got like possessed.
There's a girl who she got possessed, and she puts the crucifix in her.
Yeah.
In her meow meow.
Yeah, that was a good scene. So the whole time, the mother has a daughter that's like seriously ill. She has this issue. Nobody knows what it is. She goes to like tons and tons of doctors. You think like I thought because I totally forgot about the movie. It's been a long time. I thought like she sees the girl going. What? This is so scary. This is. I'm such a pussy. Oh my God, I'm gonna get through this. Okay.
Sorry.
So she goes.
I promise, I won't do it again.
No, it's okay. I won't. Okay. She goes to like tons of doctors because like I thought like she starts going nuts, right? Like going all blah, blah, blah. And I thought like the mother's like, oh, she's obviously possessed by the devil. We need to call like 2 priests to come down. And the whole time, the whole movie is her going to doctors and her and the doctors do every test imaginable and they say, hey, like, how's your faith in God? And she's like, I'm an atheist. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we don't like try to find like a priest or something. See what, like the doctors suggest a priest. That's how like far down this rabbit hole goes. And the priest comes in and he's like, we should take her to a doctor. And they're like,
the priest?
The priest.
It's like the Canadian health system. Yeah, I gotta go to a specialist. I'm sorry, I gotta.
Well, the priest was like, their exorcisms don't exist. Like, what are you talking about? The last exorcism I can remember, like he read like this quote was like, if someone going to a priest asking for an exorcism, the recommendation is that they go see a doctor. And she's like, when was that printed? Like what? And he said 1582. So this is like crazy. Yeah. Like and he finally like sees enough evidence that like that she's obviously possessed, like the devil's like reading his mind and stuff, knows everything about him. It's so crazy. And so they call in like this legendary this legendary exorcist to come from like Africa, and he walks into the house, and the devil woman was like, Marin, this time you lose. And he's like, goes straight to the room and starts, the power of Christ compels you. And so, spoiler alert, that priest dies. He dies of like a heart attack or whatever, because like he's old, right? He's trying his hardest. And the priest that was initially that got referred all this stuff, he's like so fed up with this. He starts beating the the little girl.
That was the solution to all problems with women until like 10 years ago.
He grabs her. And so he's like, take me, well, like, you like little girls, take me. So the devil comes out of the little girl, goes into him, and he jumps out the window and falls down these long steps, sacrificing his life to save the little girl. And that was like, it was an epic book, one of the best books.
Nice.
It was
but
amazing.
But the devil, not the devil, the what's his name?
The Pazuzu.
Linux, what's that? The Pazuzu?
Pazuzu. Yeah.
Does Pazuzu die?
No, he doesn't die. He wanted to save the girl.
Yeah.
So Pazuzu's now up in the ether.
He's like looking for the next body.
So they were.
You can't kill Pazuzu, right? You gotta.
No, you can't. He's gonna be. He's a demon. He's like a wind demon or something from Arabic, whatever. Yeah. Ooh, garlicky.
Garlic.
Zatar or whatever. So.
The garlic sauce demon. Then just plants die, and then people stop making out like.
Ooh. They're having the Excel gum.
Exactly, the Excel gum exorcist.
It's
the
like
power of peppermint compels you. The power of peppermint compels you. That's why I keep mints with me at all times to keep the garlic sauce ghosts away.
So funny. Oh man, that's amazing. So at one point the priest.
It's gonna be interesting doing comedy tonight. I'm gonna go on stage.
Yeah, because it's gonna be all like the McKibbins is all like spookified, right? Ooh. So you're gonna grab like a skeleton.
The Jews.
One last thing about The Exorcist, and then I'm done with it.
I love these stories. This is one of our best podcasts.
Oh, okay, yeah, good, great. So, the priest, like the young priest that was initially like asked by the mother, asked the older priest, the exorcist, why is the demon doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Like the demon can't change the girl's will. She can't go out and like inflict bad things on people. Like, what's the point? Like, he said, like, it's not to affect the girl. It's to affect the people witnessing it, to cause. It's basically like demonic terrorism, right?
Oh wow!
Just to be like, oh,
what's like Hamas?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I thought that was really interesting.
That's an interesting philosophy. Yeah. So they're not punishing the girl; they're just using the girl to
inflict misery.
So God or the devil is punishing the mother. So the mother maybe did something wrong. So oh wow, dude, you can't say that. That is horrible to say, because there's so many moms with like 6 daughters and children. Yeah. And it's like, is God punishing me? Because I don't know. You should make a compilation of me just scaring you.
Yeah, that
should be
so
like the
scary.
intro.
Yeah.
I so want to spit like
no, don't. I'm gonna be so cold. Oh, dude. Like zombies coming out of the ground. Oh, that sounds really good. Oh, dude. People are just thinking, like, what is it? Like, is it just burps?
No, that's how my real voice. This is my comedy voice.
I am Pazuzu. That's funny. Dude, your glasses fell and it scared the fuck out of me. Your glasses. Oh, dude, I am such a pussy, dude. How do I watch horror? Oh, God. This is terrifying. This is
Want to see something scary?
What?
This is me in glasses. You're like, ah! Dude, it's so cold. My glasses are foggy.
Oh, dude.
Well, guys, this
is the scariest episode I've ever. I've never been so scared in my life. Not even joking.
Oh God, I'm so cold.
It is quite cold.
Yeah. All right.
This is a good episode.
Okay,
we're done,
good. Guys. Hey, we love you.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Happy Halloween.
5 stars. 5 stars on Spotify. iPhone,
Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon.
And by the way,
Stitcher.
thank you for the 5,000 followers.
Yeah.
We just hit 5,000 followers this week. So thank you guys. We love you very much. We hope you were entertained by this podcast. Tell your friends, man.
Yeah, tell them.
I am Bazuzu.
Bazuzu seems like a name for like a baby's penis. Like, oh, look at my baby's Bazuzu. You could do Bazuzu. Nah, you can't. You can't. You're more scary when you show less just.
Okay, let's get out of here, man.
Bye.
This is terrifying.
Bye. I love you, Eugene.